The mirage of partnership, Gulf states and the quiet expansion into Africa. At the sands shift in global geopolitics, new players emerge, not always with new intentions, but among them the Gulf states, especially the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, have increasingly positioned themselves as dominant influencers in African affairs. But beneath the facade of trade, diplomacy, and development aid lies a pattern reminiscent of colonial extraction, strategic manipulation, and quiet imperialism. The motivations are clear. With oil reserves projected to decline in the coming decades and food insecurity threatening their own populations due to extreme desertification, these nations are seeking external lifelines. Africa, with its vast arable lands, untapped minerals, and desperate or complicit regimes, offers an irresistible opportunity. But this opportunity is being exploited through shadowy means. They do oil exploration suppression. When genuine exploration efforts undergo and uncover potential reserves, particularly in undeveloped regions such as Ogaden in Ethiopia, there are credible reports of massive payouts to bury discoveries. The strategy is simple: delay Africa's energy sovereignty while securing monopolies over its future production. The other is land grabs and displacement. For instance, across Ethiopia, millions are being forcibly displaced as I speak this, under opaque deals for agricultural land, mining rights, and real estate developments, often linked to Gulf financiers. These projects are executed through silent agreements with governments that prioritize foreign interests over indigenous lives, displacing farmers, pastoralists, and entire communities. There is also proxy wars and armed deals. Perhaps the most dangerous game being played is the arming of genocide regimes under the guise of regional stability or anti-terror operations. The current Ethiopian regime under Abiy Ahmed has received logistical, financial, and possibly military support from Gulf allies, enabling state violence against ethnic groups and opposition forces. This is not merely support, it is complicity. Yet what these nations fail to realize is the strategy of dominance and secrecy is unsustainable. As history has shown, extractive relationships provoke backlash, from civil resistance, international condemnation, to regional instability. The seeds of resentment being sown today may become fires tomorrow. The only path forward is dialogue, honesty, and shared survival. The Gulf states must recognize that Africa is not a backup plan or a reserve pantry. It is a continent with its own people, 1.4 billion. Sovereignty and moral claim to justice. Water scarcity, desertification, and climate crisis are not problems that can be solved through exploitation. They require cooperative solutions, scientific collaboration, and a shared vision for sustainability. If the Gulf seeks security, let it begin by withdrawing support from violent regimes in Africa, investing in transparent, locally beneficial development, and entering into partnership based on equity, not emergency self-preservation. Africa does not need another master. It needs co-authors in a shared human future, and those who refuse to play that role will find themselves isolated in a world that is finally awakening to the cost of unchecked ambition. Thank you very much. Again, this is Ababa Nagash.